Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video on the Zeroroman channel. I was born into a cage. A cage that I had to break my way out of through bloodied paperwork, through failed flight attempts, through studying and researching residencies, through studying and researching passport power, and overall researching global mobility and freedom. In the last video, I had mentioned that global mobility and global freedom overall was a big priority for me in my life, for me in my brand, for me and my goals overall in this life. I was born with the third weakest passport in the whole world, which is an Iraqi passport. Right now, I am in the process of achieving Canadian citizenship and achieving Canadian passport. That's actually the sole reason why I'm here in Vancouver in the first place, to achieve my Canadian residency, or my Canadian citizenship, to be more precise. Yesterday, while I was at the gym, I had partnered up with a friend. Not exactly a friend, just someone who works out at the gym there also, which we'll call Latif for the sake of this video. And so I had been training with Latif, you know, chit-chat, small talk, bullshit, and at the end of our training session, I asked Latif, I said, "You kind of have an accent. What is it? I can't get a hold of it." And he mentioned that his father was British. And I was like, oh, that makes sense then. That makes sense with the accent. And he had told me that he wanted to get a UK passport, a United Kingdom passport. I had told him that through studying the UK passport and overall the restrictions, the visa-free travels, and overall quality of life with a UK passport, I had warned him to maybe steer away from that idea. I asked him, "Where were you born?" He said, "In Vancouver." And I said, "Why don't you get your Canadian passport? So you have a Canadian passport, right?" He said, "No." I said, "Well, what do you have then?" He said, "I don't have any passports." I said, "How old are you?" He says, 22. And for fuck's sake, in that moment, I just felt like the universe had bitch slapped me. I thought to myself, what are you doing? I even told him, what are you doing in life? Why don't you have a passport? He said that, oh, I never thought about it. Like, what? You're 22 and you don't have a passport? This moment infuriated me. All of us, to some degree, are born into some type of restriction. In the metaphorical sense that I described during the start of the video, all of us, to some degree, are born into some type of cage, some type of restriction. But some people already have the key to the lock. The universe may grant you the key, but it won't tell you how to put it in the lock and open it. This moment, honestly, struck me like lightning. I was amazed. I was shocked. And recently I've been planning a lot of things. Once I achieve my Canadian passport, I have operations that I plan to carry out. While I'm 17, I think I'm in the future, I'm living in the future. I'm just simply so far ahead in my own brain that sometimes I'm taken back. I'm like, what am I doing? Just snap back to reality sometimes. So let me ask you a question. Do you have a passport? A passport is the #1 key to achieving something in life. It is not just a piece of identification. It is not just a document to travel with. It's ties to a country, its identity to some degree. And quite honestly, at 22 is madness. I just can't wrap my head around this idea. Some people are born with privileges and they don't even take advantage of it. Some people already are at the front row of the theater, but they fall asleep before the movie begins. While some of us, like me, are trapped in the nosebleeds in the back of the theaters with no opportunity. And so, quite frankly, I'm not sure what the point of the video was, but get your passport. Do something with your life. Travel. How are you caged in? Why do you want to be like that? Either ways, my cigarette is almost out. Catch you guys in the next video.